Years ago, if people had asked me what our mission was about, I would have said that it was shipping and distributing aid to poor people. Today it's different. That might be our unique selling proposition, but it's not our mission. You see, many years ago, I went for the first time in my life to a garbage dump. It was something like out of a Mad Max post-apocalyptic movie. There were thousands of flies and hundreds of vultures and pigs and goats and dogs scavenging there. Unfortunately, there were also 300 to 400 people also looking for recyclables, for clothing, for food for their children. There was smoke right around of burning garbage. And when I came out of the bus, I found this horrible stench that I almost thought I was going to lose what was in my stomach. You see, I wanted to speak to the oldest person there to try to get a bit of wisdom from them about life in the dump. And I found this gentleman who looked like 75, only to discover that he was exactly my age at that time, 52. I asked him about life there and how long he had been working in places like this, and he said from he was 12 years old. And I couldn't imagine 40 years of working with the smoke and the flies and the vultures and that horrible, horrible stench. I asked him how much he made per day, and he said on a good day, if there were a lot of trucks coming in of garbage, if the drivers didn't take out the best recyclable pieces, that it would be maybe up to $3 for the day. I asked him, what about on a bad day? And he said less than $1. So I was asking him, what are your thoughts for the future? And he said, yo he perdido la capacidad de soñar. I have lost the capacity to dream. And I was so depressed by this. I went to my hotel that night and cried myself to sleep. I thought of the Hebrew scriptures that says, without a dream, the people will perish. And my heart broke for that man because I realized that although he was going through the motions of being alive, that he really was not living. He was just existing. So when I got back home the next day, something clicked in my mind. I called a staff meeting and I told them, I said, we cannot think of ourselves as providers of food and clean water and housing and medical and education and self-sustainable projects. We are providers of dreams, and that is our mission, to take people from the edge of despair and bring them back into the land of hope, into the land of success, into the land of dreamers.